Alright, so check it out. I decided to just make my own YouTube video. 5-gallon bucket. Relatively clean enough. Good enough. The air pump for the aerator, this was like $10 or $12 just on Amazon. So it plugs in, and then it's got these two porous like lava stones that the air blows through. I'll show you what that looks like. And then to have convenient where you don't need rainwater or to go buy distilled water, I bought this a long time ago, and it dechlorinates with like just a couple drops. It dechlorinates a gallon of water. Hi, Mila. So, and then the porous bag they talk about for worm castings, your tamale bag works perfect because it already has a string on it, so you can tie it up, and I'll just put these tamales back in the freezer and go get your worm castings, because everybody just keeps worm castings on the shelf like that. And we'll pause the video as I load up. This is probably 3 cups, maybe it's 4 cups of castings. I'm just gonna dump it all into the bag. Alright, so the bag's probably about half full. This is actually probably more than I need. Oop, my coffee's done. Yum. But that's okay. That's too much is well, you can't have too much because of the way this works, that you can't have too much of the process. So I'm gonna pause the video again as I fill up a 5-gallon bucket, and then I will put in, this says 2 drops per gallon, and so I'll put 10 drops of water. Well, here, I can do that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 baker's dozen, because why not? And I've had this bottle. This bottle is $6.99, and I've had it for 4 years now. And it's like two-thirds gone. Anyway, that pet store on Wadsworth and like 10th, that's a great little local owned pet store that has a bunch of fish stuff like that. Alright, I'll fill up the bucket with water. Alright, we've transitioned over here. There's the aerator, and there's the bag of castings, and the 5-gallon bucket with the aerator stones down in there. I see you, Mila. And then Grandma's molasses. So that's all the microbiology animals in there is gonna eat that, just like almost like when you're making sourdough starter or something like that, and you gotta feed the yeast. So I'll open the molasses real quick, and then put a reasonable amount in. That seems reasonable. Cool. And then we're gonna cinch up and tie up the bag and just tie it onto the side of the bucket so it kind of stays suspended towards the top there, and we'll show you that in a sec. Alright, so we tied the knot around there so it's strapped in. It's kind of fun tying knots when you don't know any knots, because it's like being an inventor. You get to invent a knot every single time you tie it. And last but not least, we'll come over here and plug this old girl in, which now you can see those aerators are aerating. It's just a pump. It's just quite simply pumping the water in there. So get them kind of situated either side, and this is one of those really fun, doesn't have to be an exact science deal. And maybe for good measure, we'll just get a ladle and mix in that molasses a little bit. Hey, come here. Lid to the molasses. A meal tennis ball. Do. About time to reharvest these worm castings anyways and feed those guys again. Oh, want to see something funny? See up on the top there that's like suspended? That's because it's spider webs. There's a spider that lives in there, and I call her Sheila, like Sheila from the Lord of the Rings, and she eats all the, like, any other little bugs in there that, like, get in if the little flies or something try to get in there. It's symbiosis, and how much Michael would hate that I, like, keep a pet bug spider in just an open container with holes and stuff everywhere. Pretty funny. Oh yeah, I was getting a ladle. Give that a little. I just went for like room temperature-ish water. Doesn't really matter too much. All right. So as I was footaging this is 7 minutes and something to set this up, and now let's set it and forget it for the next like 48 to 72 hours. And as I told Cleta, you just want to make sure that at the end of the process, it smells good. The nose knows. It should smell like whatever I said, earthen forest cookie bread or something like that. So, good stuff.